Hey, good morning, YouTube. It is Poteen with another rotation video. This time it's going to be a burglar redline. Burglar redline is obviously the more DPS single target type of cat. So you're going to have to learn some stuns and dazes, things like that, to kind of level the playing field. They're very prep oriented, so you're going to do a lot of stuff before you attack. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you do like this content, then more than happy to leave a sub. That helps us a ton. If you have any comments or anything like that, or any suggestions for another rotation, please, put it in the comments. You can catch me on Twitch, usually Tuesday through Saturday, every night at 9:30 p.m. to about 11:30, 12. Saturdays from 7 p.m. Central to 9 p.m. I am on the official LOTRO stream, so catch me on there. And then Mondays and Sundays, I usually play a little ESO. Alright, so now that that's all done, let's start with what we're going to do. So we're going to go through our class traits, our racial traits, our virtues, the LIs I use, and then a rotation. Then we'll do some combat. All right. So the first thing is this is called the Quiet Knife. The Quiet Knife uses stealth and critical strikes to deal damage. So basically, you're going to get a crit. A crit is going to open up a crit line, which will make sense. So the first one I like to max out all of my red. You can obviously split these up into other Mischief Makers or Gambler if you want. I like to keep them all in straight ones because I do have a build for each line, so that's just a personal preference. Footpad, so I will get +5 to stealth level and combat stealth speed. Agile Hands, the burglar's skill critical multipliers by 5%. I don't know if the percentage matters because I think it might scale depending. I guess it doesn't really matter. Damages and stuff will, but percentages are fine. Stun Dust, this is one I use. It has a 1-minute cooldown, does a 5-second stun. So very good, when I get multiple targets on me. I don't really fare too well with multiple targets. I do have like an ability that will Flashy Blades that'll kind of use it, but I like to use my toggle ability over here, which you're going to see, called Focus Strikes, and that's going to make my area effect stuff into single target damage. Another one is Strike in the Shadows, so stealth enhanced skills, crit chance, and critical damage from stealth is increased. Melee critical chance is increased. Hidden Dagger, so 50% more damage with stealth damage. Dance of the Blades, another critical response skill damage, which is going to be when a crit happens. That's when I can go into double-edged strike, and then I can access Flashing Blades after that is Aim. So Aim is a nice ability if I really need a crit for any reason. You can also use this while you're in stealth and it won't break it, so that's kind of nice, but it will guarantee a crit response. Vital Points, so over every critical chain skill, 45% chance for me to actually debuff. Backstab, so positional damage is increased. Focus Strikes, this is the one I was talking about. So Double-Edged Strike and Flashing become single target skills, but deal more damage. Flashing Blades, this is going to be my response after I use Double-Edged. Well Practiced, so my aim cooldown is cooled off, and Finding Footing is cooled off. And I think Finding Footing is, that's the one that gets rid of my stuns, dazes. Hide in Plain Sight removes all poisons, and Hide in Plain Sight is now 4-minute cooldown. And what this does is it just briefly breaks. Puts me into like a stealth really quickly, and I can kind of avoid damage and hopefully not die from them. Trip, so this is one, while stealth, I can stun an enemy and enable Fellowship. So it is one, it's really good with groups. Sneak Attack, so more damage from stealth. And then Coup de Grace, which is entering stealth for a short period. Surprise Strike is increased. So basically I'll use this when I want to get into Surprise Strike, when I want it to crit again, like it's in stealth. So that's a nice one to use. Being attacked will not break it, and burglar skill critical multipliers increased. Okay, so what I also like to use Leaf Walker when I start to get 2 points because it increases my stealth and my combat stealth speed. So it's kind of nice. Okay, so these are your side skills. You get these once you unlock certain levels. So each level, once you unlock this part or this one up here, it comes down to the third level. That's when you unlock this. This is improved Knives Out. Knives Out is an ability that lets you kind of reflect damage back. Critical multitude, so anything critical and devastating critical damage. Reveal weakness, so burglar melee damage is increased, and reveal weakness critical debuff, defensive debuff. This is so every time I crit, I get a little bit of heal over time for 10 seconds. Every 3 seconds for 10 seconds, or every 3 seconds for 12 seconds, I will restore 1% of my max. So nothing too crazy, but it can keep you alive. Critical chain ignores 1% of the target's block, parry, and evade chance. That's pretty huge. And then critical response skill damage. Practice bluff. So feint attack becomes improved feint attack, and 5% damage from stealth. So your ability to bluff becomes improved and now activates more stealth skills. And then improved sneak, which is 100% surprise, strike, critical chance from stealth. All right, so that is the class traits. The next one is going to be the ratios. I'm going to go over all the ratios and I'll go over the ones I use. Obviously, some of these I haven't unlocked, but they'd probably be even better. Guile and convention. A conviction bonus, so basically just guile and conviction. So, you know, the fellowship skill you get. Hobbit club bonus damage. I do have a club in my offhand. Hobbit statute, so that's just more might. This one, Virtuous Hobbit, this is a nice one. Idealism is +1, empathy, and honesty. These are all the virtues. I do have Return to the Shire. I do like that one. I don't have it here. But so Hobbit Stealth, this is another one. I pretend to be dead. All right? Yeah. That's Hobbit Silence. I'm sorry. Hobbit Stealth is another one. We'll get to that. Hobbit Silence is just you play dead, so you shouldn't really die too much with this one. Hobbit Resilience. So when I use this, up to 20 meters plus 2% hope. This is the stealth one so greatly. Although untrained, you have the natural ability to stealth. And then I also have a throw stone, which is basically a 3-second daze. So the ones I'm going to go with is Hobbit Statue, Hobbit Club Damage, Hobbit Stealth, Guile and Conviction Bonus, and Hobbit Silence. All right, so Virtue is pretty straightforward. I'm going to be going crit heavy. So the first one is going to be Confidence. This is going to be a crit rating, finesse rating, and evade rating. Passive bonuses are Physical Mastery and Tactical Mastery. I'm following that up with Patience. That gives me a little more power, max power, evade rating, and critical rating. Also for the passive bonus, max morale. Valor. So Physical Mastery rating, finesse rating, and critical rating. And then passive bonuses are Physical Mastery and Tactical Mastery. Determination, Agility, Physical Mastery, critical rating. Passive bonuses are Physical and Tactical Mastery. And Wit, Finesse rating, critical rating, Physical Mastery rating, Tactical Mastery rating, and passive bonuses are Physical and Tactical. So if you guys don't know how to earn these, you just click on the ones you want and it'll say earn. And then they'll unlock them once it goes through the first one. Okay, so that's how you unlock them. You can actually pick whichever ones you want there. You do that by bringing up J. That's basically it. Okay, so next let's go over the LIs. LIs, obviously, this is your legendary weapons. I do have a dagger, so I'm going with Heraldry of the Serpent, which is going to be Agility, Vitality, Physical Mastery. And then I'm doing single target crit. So single target attack crit chance, single target attack crit magnitude, and a critical rate. Coup de grace damage is one of the abilities I'm going to be putting on my allies. So coup de grace damage is increased, physical mastery rating. Coup de grace duration and crit chance, both of those, the crit chance is increased, in combat stealth duration, and critical rating. And then stealth movement speed, I like to be able to move around. So stealth movement speed and evade rate, and then another critical rating at the bottom. The next one is the toolbox, or like toolbox, I guess. So I'm doing the Hero to the Serpent again, which is agility, vitality, physical mastery. Single target attack damage. So instead of the crit, I'm going for just damage here. And then it does physical and tactical mastery also. Feint attack damage. This is one I use a lot. It's on my 3 button. So feint attack is increased, and finesse rating is surprise strike. So surprise strike damage is increased, finesse rating is increased, and reveal weakness incoming damage. So my reveal weakness has an incoming damage debuff, and reveal weakness range also also some agility, and then another crit rating. All right. So with that, it's pretty straightforward. That's all the traits. So the next thing is I'm going to go through the rotation, okay? So the first thing I like to do, I like to go into stealth first, okay? So stealth also has some other stuff, run speed, melee damage, surprise attack, burglar skills, crits, and it's a toggle ability. So once I put it on, I can just kind of wing in it, stay in it forever. Now, once I'm in stealth, I love to go to reveal weakness, okay? This is a huge debuff. It debuffs them all over the place, and it gives me +3 to melee damage. Now, if a target is moving or it's running or it's not facing you, you will get an ability called diversion. So what that does is whatever's happening, the target will give its back to you, okay? If you want to rob them, you can. It's just burgle. I don't really do it too often, but it's fun to do. It's a fun skill. Sometimes when I'm bored, I try to see how high of an item I can steal. The rarity. So then after that, I love to come out of stealth with stealth surprise strike. Right after that, I'm going to take this off. Right after that, I use Provoke. I like this. It improves your next critical chance of your next attack. And that buff will stay on for 10 seconds until you use the next one. And it just gives you a better skill crit chance. Then I like to follow that up with improved feint attack. Now what feint attack allows me to do is it acts like I'm into the stealth for a little bit. So it will also give me 50% more damage. It'll also give me surprise strike again, which it'll make it a 100% crit chance. And burglar skills crit multiplier. But it does have a 30-second cooldown, so it's a bit longer. And then this is just the bleed I like to put on. It also has some debuffs to it. So these are also very, very good abilities. Coup de grace. Obviously, I can use that. Now, also from stealth. Only Redline has this as far as I know. You can do improved Riddle. Now, Riddle always breaks stealth except for when you're in improved Riddle. So what this does is it just dazes the target for 30 seconds, okay? So I like to use that also, especially when there's multiples, you see that happen. Another ability that you have, this is a toggle ability, so you can put it on and off, is Focus Strikes. Now what this does is it makes these two now single target attack instead of area effect attacks. I do have a couple of stuns I like to use. I have Stun Dust and Exploit Opening. This also starts a Fellowship Maneuver. If I'm coming out of stealth, I know to break it, but I want to start a Fellowship Maneuver. Plus, some of these abilities let me trigger some of my stealth abilities. Trip is an excellent another 5 seconds, or another 5 second stun. So at any time, if I crit doing any of these skills, which I almost always crit when I come out of stealth surprise strike, I will unlock the ability called Double Edged. Now, you need dual wield to use this. That's kind of the secret with Redline. They always need dual wield. Which, as a burglar, you're probably going to do it anyway, but it is required here. Now, when you use Double Edge Strike, it will unlock Flashing Blades. These are just devastating damagers, but they do need to be unlocked from each other. It requires a crit to go to Double Edge Strike, and Double Edge Strike is required for you to use Flashing Blades. Now, there is the Aim, which is a massive crit. So it's just whatever chance, it's always 100% crit chance for whatever ability is followed by this. Also, you can use that during stealth, it won't break it. And then Ready to Able, okay? So Ready and Able is a great ability, but it has a 5 second or 5 minute cooldown. The problem with it is what it does is it resets any recovery timer for several skills, okay? You can also use it during stealth. So say my heal is touch and go. Okay, so this gives me evade chance, physical mitigation, tactical mitigation, and also restores 50% of my max morale. So say I use it, the fight goes on a little bit longer than I wanted, I can actually use Ready and Able to get this deactivated again, and then I can use it again. Okay, but both are 5 minute cooldowns, so you need to strategically use that and decide when you want to do it. One ability you can use more and more is Knives Out. This is kind of a defensive one, very counter. So what it's going to do is cannot block, parry, 20% melee damage, and on melee skill damage, reflect 30% of the damage. Okay? I think that's about it for like skill-wise. I mean, I got Touch and Go. Burglar's Antidote is obviously getting poison and stuff. Improved Addle is another pretty good ability that people like to use. It disrupts, but it also has skill inductions and things like that. Find the Footing, this is one that's going to get rid of dazes, stuns, roots, things like that. Hobbit Silence, hopefully I don't have to use it. It has a 30-minute cooldown, which really sucks, but it will make me pretend to be dead, and that will save my life. Another one is Improved Hide in Plain Sight. When I use this, it's got a 4-minute cooldown, but I can get away from fights, so I should be pretty good at getting away. I like to use these two together so that I can get away even faster. All right, so with that, let's begin. Let's start our first little. I mean, obviously, some of the area or some of the multiple targets are going to be a little tricky. I want to use Addle and stuff for those. So first thing I'm going to do is reveal weakness, and then I'm going to use diversion so I get that back. See, now I'm going to just backstab. Should crit, does. Now once that happens, I'm going to go 2, 3, 4. Coup de Grace is going to make this a critical strike. There we go. Alright. Oops, I accidentally did that. Okay. So next one I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to add one of these guys, probably this far guy here. When I do that, boom. He is going to be addled for 30 seconds. So next thing I'm going to do... Oh, I forgot to put my melee turn on. That would be huge. I'm going to pull away here. I'm going to use my weakness. I want to use my real weakness as much as I can. So the thing I am trying to do is I'm trying to get to Feint Attack and Coup de Grace. The reason is those two will make Surprise Strike 100% crit, and that's going to be pretty big. So what I'm going to do is heal out here. Now I'm going to put Reveal Weakness on. I'm going to actually stun him. And the reason is when I stun him, it stunned him for a little bit. A stun cannot be broken by damage. That's another thing, too, that's nice about stuns. Dazes can be. And it'll tell you the percentage that daze. Like, this is 100% break chance. If I hit them at all, or they get hit by anything, it will break the daze. So what I did there is, when I used Improved Feint or Coup de Grace, it makes my Surprise Strike 100% critical. So what I did there is I stunned him with Stun Dust. Then I got in behind him. I hit him with Improved Feint Attack, and then I hit him with Surprise Strike, and that dropped him immediately. Okay? And then there's another one like that. Coup de Grace is the same way. It'll make Surprise Strike 100%. So you want to kind of hold on to those, not like too long, but enough that you can use them to mess dudes up. Because that coming out 100% it's huge. Another thing is I like to use my Reveal Weakness. That's why I have a tendency to stun things. Because I like to use my Reveal Weakness. One way to do that good is to make sure they're stunned. There we go. Now next thing is I'm gonna daze stun this one. This one I'm actually gonna reveal. And then I'm gonna use all my. Alright, same thing here. Surprise Attack is next. Surprise Strike is 100%. So I am using Improved Feint Attack and Coup de Grace to unlock my cooldowns. To make when Surprise Strike comes off of cooldown. So then I have that 100% critical. Okay, same thing here. One of these I am going to Addle. Ooh. Ooh. Let's just do this. We're going to do this. We're going to Diversion them. That's crit, so we're going to go right into Flashing Blades. Same thing here. We're gonna go to days. One. All right. So I definitely want to use my improved feint in them to get that surprise strike when it comes off, because it is very powerful. I'm not gonna say it's bread and butter, but it's definitely powerful enough to want to use it when you can. All right, so what we're gonna do is twist this guy. We're gonna backstab. The other guys are gonna do that. So before I go through my whole rotation, I definitely like to press 1 and 2, then go up to my double-edged, because I'm saving these for this to come off a cooldown. I'm saving feint and coup de grace for when surprise strike or surprise attack comes off. Now here, I'm just waiting here. When he comes, I'm gonna stun him. I already put reveal weakness. I'm gonna do that. See, I should have, instead of doing that, I should have just went coup de grace on him. And I should have went improved strike and then did surprise strike. It doesn't always pay off to do the backstab or surprise strike without so I'm gonna riddle the main guy and take these little guys off. Now remember, I got 30 seconds to do this. Same thing, I'm going to put that on. It's definitely worth reveal weakness to have that up. We're going to do reveal weakness. We're going to stun. We're going to come in. We're going to use 3 and then 1. See, having that surprise strike be solo or be so powerful by itself when it's followed up with feint or coup de grace is totally worth it. Having those things feel like they come out of combat, out of stealth. Oh wow. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do what we do. I'm going to daze them because that's good. Oh yeah, when the little leaf comes up above the head, that means that I've critted. There we go. Are we gonna burn these? Should we burn these? I don't think I'll be able to take the boss out, but we'll see. I'm not too confident about it. Let's eat something, right? That's a stun. Let's eat some. What is that? A blueberry pie? A blueberry pie. That'll help us recover morale. I just broke my stealth for some reason, like a dum-dum. Alright, we'll wait for stealth to come back. I don't even know what happened. Don't even ask, okay? I pressed control 1 when I wanted to just press 1, so. Slippery fingers make dangerous times. So I'm waiting for the one that has the marks on it. I'm gonna do this. Same thing there. Let's do this. We need to reveal weakness here. I've got a stun. Get myself ready. We got improved and then dead. So once again, I am using my stuns quite a bit. I don't know why that keeps coming up, but he's dead. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Use double edge. Feint. Probably would have killed him if I dumped up his face. Would have used reveal weakness on him, but I didn't. So, I mean, obviously this red line, I do not like taking damage at all, But with this one, you're going to. That's just nature of the beast. I'm going to obviously riddle that guy. Reveal. Oh, I see. I stood there too. Reveal weakness. Get reveal weakness on there. Another reveal weakness. I'm gonna stun. Improve feint. Alright. You don't always pull it off, but when you do, it drops their health a lot. And I'm mostly using improved. I did use coup de grace that time, but mostly I'm using improved feint. Here we go. Alright. Knives out isn't ready. There we go. Boom. Same thing here. I'm going to improve. I'm going to riddle one of them. Now, the boss I'm pretty concerned with. I don't think I can stay alive long enough to handle the boss. Now, this guy, I should be able to drop pretty. Now, this. Same thing here. I'm gonna wait for coup de grace to come off. I'm gonna stun him. Put weakness on. Oh, we got a little bit of crit there. This. Feint. And then. I mean, taking the few seconds that it takes to put reveal weakness on are totally worth it, especially in Redline. That bonus damage is nice. Oh, it's the aura breaking me. Okay. First things first. I like to stun a lot because I do not like taking damage. That would have been nice, but come on. Get a bleed on there. So I forgot they have an aura on. That's what's costing me here. So I need to go in here, bust it before the aura hits. Okay, we got a trip. If we got it, we might as well use it. There we go. I did it before the orb could come out. If you time it good enough, you should be able to do it before the orb comes out. Alright, this guy. He's got to be a little tougher. Nope. Let's go all the way up top. Go all the way up top. Okay, this guy we're gonna riddle. Oh, that would have been nice, right? That would have been nice. Same thing here. We're gonna reveal. We're gonna stun. We're gonna 1. We're gonna 5, 3, and 1. Like as much damage as we can. Does not look great. I'm not feeling great. All right, we gotta start. Now, that was a messed up pull. That was an awful pull. That aura keeps messing me up. I keep on forgetting. So same thing here. We pulled 2. We did not bring the caller. I'm very scared of the caller right now. Because I gotta survive some stuff that I don't know if it's possible. There we go. 2, 1, 2, 5. Then we go 3. Banking on crits. 4. There we go. Okay. We barely made it. We barely made it. Yeah, see, I'm not sure we make this. And by that, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going on swim. Got some agility. Alright. Let's get everything off of cooldown. Remember, we can still use the ability that's not gone. Now, here's the thing. As soon as I hit him, he's going to spawn 2 dudes. So I'm not sure if I shouldn't. I'm probably going to hit him. And then try and kill these guys fast. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Ah! That was so dumb. I accidentally hit the wrong guy. He would have been dead had I not done that. Alright, we'll give ourselves one more chance. And I accidentally hit enter. We got this, we got this. That went a lot better. What I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna reveal him. Okay? I'm gonna backstab and riddle. And then I'm gonna get out of it. And then I'm gonna take those dudes on. Because I had it set up perfectly. I had my feint, and then followed by surprise strike, and but because I accidentally targeted him, which was good, but also bad. All right. Let's eat again. So what do we got here? 6 seconds stun. Let's try that too. We have another stun. So first thing, yeah, we're gonna riddle. I hope that did not. Yes, it did. Should almost kill him. Stun. Let's backstab. Stun. Can't stun. Okay, one more time. Now this time for real, okay? I cannot hit him so early. I need to hit him and then riddle him. But my last stun did. Okay, let's do this. That was so close. I still don't know if I have enough power to punch him through. I'm dead. Can't do it. I can't solo. I can't solo. Alright, so that's it. With that, I'll go through the rotation again. That is going to be the video, unfortunately. I can't. I just don't have enough hit points and armor for him alone. Which for Redline is the case. You're not going to solo. You're going to be perfect solo and one-on-one and stuff, but there is other instances and stuff. I'm doing a 6-man, so not in shame. But yeah, that will be better in those other ones. Okay, so obviously we went through the red line again. So what I like to do, I'll go through this again. I like to stealth. I like to create a little reveal weakness and then diversion. After that, I'm going to hit stealth surprise, which is going to be 100% crit, and then I like to follow it with provoke. It won't be stealth anymore once I'm out. It'll just be provoked. Then I follow up by double edge strike and then flashing blades. After that, I like to put cunning attack on. What it does is it decreases their mitigations, but it also gives them a dot. By that, I'm really just hovering around these two. I can use them, but I'm really just hovering around them because what I want is when Surprise Strike comes off cooldown, I want to be able to use one of these because it makes my Surprise Strike 100% critical. All right. For stuns, when I'm fighting, I have Stun Dust, I have Explored Opening, and Trip, which can also be done from Stealth or when a stealth event happens, which some of these abilities let you go into like a stealth-like ability, which is 4. So you can use it again in there. If there's multiples, I like to Improved Riddle one of them. You can use, when it's green like this, Improved Riddle can be done from stealth without breaking stealth, so that's nice. I Ready and Able, which is going to be able to give me touch and go on twice. I just didn't use it again because I don't think I can take that boss by himself. Another defensive one is Knives Out. This is another one that's great. It reflects damage. So basically, even in the middle of a fight, especially against signatures, I will use my stuns because I'm waiting for Surprise Strike to come off a cooldown so I can use one of these abilities and really, really power this up. I have this to decrease Burglar's Antidote. I didn't use any of my stealth, nothing. I guess I could have, but right. I could have used Improved Height Plain Sight, but I just don't think I can take the boss, so I didn't use any of those abilities. I'm pretty sure I can. This is Aim, which causes the next ability to be a crit, so that's another nice ability. And then I didn't use Improved Addo because I didn't really interrupt anything. But other than that, that's pretty much how the Burglar Redline is using. There's some prep up forward, and then just unleashing a crazy amount of damage. And another thing is, like I said, this is a 6-man, so it's a tough dungeon, and this is strictly Redline, and I focused everything into damage, so I'm pretty soft. But other than that, I think it went pretty good. So if you guys, if you guys leave a comment, leave a sub, it really does mean the world to us. It helps us keep up VIP, the new expansions that come out, and upgrading my equipment, which I've done quite a bit. So thank you guys so much for that. Remember, catch me on Tuesday through Saturday. Catch me on Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. on the official LOTRO stream. And I think that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. For real, it really does mean a lot. It's an honor and a privilege to get to do these videos and get to stream for you guys. So thank you guys so much. And I think that's about it. So may you continue your adventures with the Heart of Muhammad. Thank you guys so much for watching.